Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked? As we roll out of Long Beach Island, heading north. Yes, I think that worked. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And who do we have here with us? Gina.
Sean, we have Angel Prow from the Bronx, of course, growth-minded leader. He's a 30-year staff attorney, I should say, with legal aid, and he mentors junior attorneys. Thank you so much, Angel, for joining us today. Welcome to The Real Raw.
Thank you.
Angel, thank you for being here with us and the mentoring and leadership that you're causing in the world. So, Angel, what is your fun fact?
My fun fact is I just recently started running with Achilles International. It's a group that runs with athletes with disabilities. And I've never run a marathon before. And this year I'm going to run 3. I'm going to run Chicago, New York, and Philadelphia with some very nice athletes.
Angel, that is not nothing. Absolutely extraordinary. And we are very thankful for you being here today on The Real Raw. So Angel is here. Gina, who else do we have?
Sean, we have Mr. Christian Steuben joining us again from Fort Lee. He recovered, if you recall, in excess of $100 million in verdicts and settlements, civil trial attorney and entertainment lawyer with practices on both coasts, father of 3 sons, 2 who are also attorneys. Welcome back, Christian Steuben, to The Real Raw.
Woo-hoo. Christian, how are you?
I'm great. It's my pleasure and my honor. I'm privileged to be here.
Love having you here. Christian, what is your fun fact?
My fun fact is this. Several decades ago, I had a case wherein my adversary was a young lawyer right out of law school. And I figured this was going to be an easy case, but that lawyer kicked my butt. And that lawyer is none other than your partner, Howard Jaludi.
Oh, I love that, Chris. That's amazing. Hal is a straight up gangster in all the ways. Love it, love it, love it. And thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
G Money, who we got?
We have Mr. John Ilua, self-made man, founder of his managing member law office. And at the ripe old age of 65, he founded a youth organization centered on enhancing learning in his community to honor his parents, nonetheless, Sean. Welcome, John, to The Real Raw. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, John, what's happening, man? I love it. Love you being here. Yeah, how are you doing today, all right?
I'm doing great. I hope you are, sir.
Yeah, as well. So what is your fun fact?
I have few fun facts, but let me focus on one, and that is the fact that I cannot live or breathe without listening to music. I listen to music everywhere, in my vehicle, in my truck, at home, in the office, when I'm waiting in court or in the post office or the bank. I'm listening to music. It helps to heal me. And the kind of music that I listen to is traditional Igbo music or some heavy drum thumping music. It could be also non-traditional Igbo music. It could be any music that has drums and gongs in it that moves you. I'm always listening to that because I get some healing from doing that. Everybody tells me whenever they're in my company, how come I can't stay still? I always listen to music, or even when I get a chance, I make a move. I dance by myself in the bedroom or in the kitchen or wherever I'm listening to music. Of course, when I'm driving.
Well, perhaps you'll be dancing today, and we love that as we rock and roll on The Real Raw. Welcome to the party. Music is in the air, G-Money, and who do we have?
Thank you.
We have from Mexico originally, Sean, Laura Adame, associate attorney. She studied law in New York, tried her first administrative case and won it. She's passionate about criminal justice, Sean. Welcome, Laura, to The Real Raw.
What's up, Laura? How are you?
We are, Sean.
Yes,
we are.
Hello. I'm now rolling with the one and only Gina Ricci. And oh my goodness, is the influence sorceress next to me?
That's me.
Yes. So Laura, welcome to the party. This is a very unorthodox day on The Real Raw for sure, as we are en route and accepted a speaking engagement that was truly in service of people. So what is your fun fact though, Laura?
Oh, gotta get it.
Oh, I am not only an attorney, I'm also a certified Kundalini yoga instructor. So it's a very meditative type of yoga where you wear all white and have your hair up in a turban. And I love going to these 12-hour meditation sessions that happen twice a year. To go.
Yeah, amazing. So Laura, thank you so much for all the things. Let's just mute everything. Everybody turn all the phones off. So Laura, yes, we'll just pass it back and forth. So Laura, excellent job. Appreciate it very, very much. And welcome to the party.
Thank you. Happy to be here. Looking forward to this show.
Awesome. G-Money.
Next, we have, this is fun, Ms. Eileen Walsh joining us from Illinois, CEO of her firm, Curlin Walsh, estate planning attorney for 20 years. She's one of 12 children who came to the U.S. from Ireland, Sean.
As in dose?
As in
like dose, like diez, once, dose.
Yes.
Like I took 7 years of Spanish and I know numbers up to 15. I'm done after that.
You can tell how much I know. She recorded a TV show this morning and is joining us now on the Real Raw. Welcome to the party, Eileen.
Woo-hoo! Eileen, how are you?
I am wonderful, and I am delighted to be here too. And if you want my fun fact, Sean, I'm going to, like Laura, tell you that in addition to being an attorney, I have like a little superpower too. So I teach people how to tell their story. Having grown up in a countryside with no electricity, just no phones, it was really very little outside influence. I learned to love story early, and I find all my estate planning attorneys have wonderful story. My estate planning clients have wonderful stories to tell. So I have developed a program to help them tell their story, its meaning, its purpose, what they came through, what they're grateful for, and how the value of their life can inform those coming after them. So I teach my clients to write a legacy letter.
Ooh, I love this. That's beautiful, Eileen. And Eileen, where are you from originally?
I'm originally from County Derry in Ireland, and I now live in Chicago, Illinois.
That is extraordinary. I have a fun fact that might be interesting in a moment, but we'll go back to Gina. So welcome, Eileen. G-Money.
I think we have the influence sorceress with us today, Sean.
Yes. Okay, so this woman who may have just gotten crashed into by a closing door. Bella, are you still okay?
I'm here.
Yes. Are you okay in one piece?
Yes,
uninjured?
I'm in one piece.
Does John Kelly have to check his auto and workers' comp? And do I have to check my workers' comp insurance?
Yes, probably.
Yes, excellent. Okay, so Bella Verita, ladies and gentlemen, who was uninjured in the door collision, survived the waves of Long Beach Island this morning and started her superpower of influence as a tot on her front lawn when most of us were evading. G-Money, you're whispering in the background.
I'm saying, did I miss one person? Did
Yes,
I miss Angel?
you see the imperfection, the nervousness, the worry. It emerges. It's here. It is present. It is double checking, and it is not integra scarcity. We'll talk about more on that later. But the influence sources is truly remarkable and amazing, heart-centered, completely zany and crazy, as if I'm not. And we're having a lot of fun here. But this woman became not the number 3, not the number 2, but the number 1 business broker in the state of Nevada, first woman to do so, and battling like ageism as well, because she did it at the ripe young age of 24. Number 1 business broker in the state of Nevada. She's now the co-host of Real Raw, speaking on stages and places, traveling in vans and planes and jets and private islands and all the things. The one, and let's hear it in the vehicle. Let's hear it for the one, the only.
Is it appropriate to clap for myself?
Yes. Bella's favorite thing to do in the world is to clap for herself. So yes.
Yes, I think self-acknowledgement and being proud of self is important.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're not always like seeking for acknowledgement on the outside. It's got to come from the inside, Sean.
Very, very true.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's your fun fact?
I think my fun fact is that I'm in a van full of unblinded teammates heading to Connecticut for a speaking engagement. I think that's pretty fun, John.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Also, we have like Disney exec, conscious leader, Patricia Marseille.
Hello.
We have a guy that's like taught and worked with some of the largest financial companies anywhere, and the amazing D Rush. As he's rocking out. What are some of the big name companies, D Rush, you've done training in?
Oh, JP Morgan, HSBC, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, a lot of fun names there.
Yeah, little small companies like that. And of course, we have the one and only Chief of Staff, Fun and Magic, Nicole Maiello.
Hello.
Yes, who makes magic happen. She makes it not only snow inside, makes reindeers that are live appear, mechanical ones as well, but also drive this mission forward. And Bella said something incredible about Nicole earlier today. Would you mind repeating what you said 2 hours ago?
I was like, I don't know how Nicole does all this. Like works all the crazy amount of hours that you do. Because I have this hallucination that like men have more stamina than women. And I don't know, as a woman.
She said that, not me. Those are not words endorsed by Unblinded. Agreed to. Full disclaimer that all the opinions that are relayed today are not the opinions of Unblinded, unless it comes out of my mouth.
Because I, for one, like need sleep. I don't know if she ever sleeps. So I was just like, I'm so tired. I don't know how Nicole does this.
Yeah. And I say that women are better than men in every single conceivable way, and men are weak and horrible in comparison.
That's
yes.
not what I said. That is not what I said.
That's what I'm saying. That's my opinion. For the record. So for the record, that is my opinion, right? So Tink, great job. We also have Laura Tink. Don't let me hanging out. So G-Money.
I'm the oldest in the van, by the way. So sometimes I forget
You don't look old, though. Do you color your hair, Gina?
No, I do not color my
That's
hair.
amazing. I can't see it anyway. So that's incredible.
Is there anyone here? I got all of you. Did I not? If I missed you, please forgive me. Angel.
Yes.
You talked about Angel in the beginning.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
He mentors lawyers. He works in the Bronx, makes magic happen. Come on, Gina.
Passing and forgetting things.
What was she doing?
I was thinking maybe she's puff, passing and forgetting things.
What is that about? I've never done anything like that. What does that mean?
Puff, pass?
Yeah.
You know, when you're, the ganja, the Mary Jane, forget things.
Oh, yes. I've never had any of those experiences in my life. And that's integriously true. I've never, ever puff, pass, smoked the ganja, done the reefer, or ever held a marijuana cigarette in my hand even. And I call it marijuana cigarettes, and Bella makes fun of me routinely.
Yes.
And Bella, her fun fact may be, but I'll leave that for a different day, about maybe rolling with a rock star, Melissa Etheridge, in our presence just a few months ago. So here is my fun fact. Because you never asked me, Bella. I'm very hurt that you never asked me what my fun fact is.
That's because you always share your fun facts with everybody as we go. So if somebody says something like, oh, I have fun facts, and you have like 15 of them during the show. So
you're telling me I talk too much on the show? So here's what this looks like. So Eileen, you might know Ireland a little bit, I am presupposing. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay. So we were heading from Dublin to Galway, and I wanted to show my dad an amazingly great time. Our family is originally from Galway. Thomas Callaghan immigrated here in 1851 and left Ireland. P.S. We found that out 3 years ago on a trip to Ireland. And what we discovered was that the only way to get to all the places that we want to get to was that we needed a helicopter, right? So, and we were going to head from Dublin, we said the Cliffs of Moher, land close enough, and then take a ride to Galway and all the things, right? So my dad, though, who I love to no end, but is an interesting character to say the least, we figure out that we can't fit everybody in one helicopter. So I have to like scour Ireland for 2 helicopters that can fly in tandem across from Galway to past the Cliffs of Moher and to Galway. But then there's a challenge. My dad decides on this very lengthy, like 1 hour and 15-minute helicopter ride, that he has to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
And so my dad, please, like, and we're in opposite helicopters. And the pilot's like, your dad's saying it's an emergency. Your dad's saying it's an emergency. I'm like, dude, put me on the headset. I'm like, Dad, we're going to go from hello to yes. And Dad, you're going to wait just a few more minutes so we don't have to land these helicopters somewhere in the middle of Ireland so you can go to the bathroom. But what do you think happened, Bella?
I think you landed in the middle of somewhere, so your dad could go to the bathroom.
That's
That's
exactly
the kind of
in the
gimmick
middle of a field.
Yes.
Is that you would let your dad go to the bathroom.
Yeah, so my fun fact is we landed 2 helicopters in the middle of a golf course in Ireland and had the entire place come out thinking that we were somehow royalty that was landing. And of course, it was just my dad to go to the bathroom. My teenage children were more embarrassed than Chevy Chase's children in the Vacation movie. And that is my fun fact. And until the next helicopter caper, which transpired a whopping 24 hours later, when my dad, and we had to cause the Ashford Castle, we had to cause them to say we could take off in helicopters at 6 a.m. and it had to be far enough away from the hotel. I told my dad not, because of course my dad wanted to go to Ashford Castle. I told my dad 9 times, guys, what time are we leaving? And of course my dad said I told him the wrong time. He wasn't ready to go. And we had to cause the airport that was near Dublin, the small airport in Dublin's main airport, to open early for us, Patricia Marseille. All of these hellos to yes, right? Because you guys are going to hello to yes later. I had to cause an airport to open early so we could make our flights for the Tony Robbins Platinum trip, Patricia, in Monaco to do all this stuff. And my dad came out. I said, we're leaving without you. You're missing everything. I'm leaving with your grandchildren. Peace out. See you later. And my dad came flying out of Ashford Castle in people like dressed in the dynamics of servants of the monarchy, that they line up as you leave. And my dad comes flying out of Ashford Castle in a nightcap, a full robe that is hanging open, slippers and a toothbrush hang out of his mouth, bouncing on a golf court all the way as the like helicopter rotor blades are going. And I told both helicopters to take off and leave without him. And he just made it for a second. And we made it all the way to Monaco. And then more happened there, but enough said. So love you guys.
Not a single sheep. Sean, you can't tell an Ireland story without a sheep somewhere along the line. It was one in the golf course, right?
That gets a little complicated and personal about my dad, but maybe we'll talk about that next time I leave. So appreciate you enormously. Thank you all for being here. And we are ready to roll. Gina, we say goodbye to you, but the goodbye means we're just going to turn this way because you're actually still going to be here and you're not getting lost in the multiverse. That normally doesn't happen in the real raw. Bella Verita, I'm tired already. I exhaust myself. So here, over to you. What's happening? Take this thing.
Take it away. So I think
who's going first?
I don't even know what our participants are. Who am I trusting? Let's go with Angel. Let's go with Angel. Gina says let's go with Angel. So Sean Callaghan, Angel is going to go first.
Amazing. So Angel, here's what's going to happen. You're going to go from hello to yes with Bella Verita. It'll be any yes. Like it could be causing helicopters to land in Ireland and talking to a golf course. It might be an ideal client. Maybe you're in conference with an adversary about a sentencing or a plea. It could be a book deal, raising money for charity, anything you could imagine. It might even be an interesting conversation with the sheep. Whatever a yes would be that you'd be seeking in the world, Angel, Belle will be that person. Belle, would you even be a sheep today?
Wow.
See, Angel? So who would you like Bella to be? And over to you.
Okay, I would like Bella to be a prosecutor.
Ooh.
And basically, I'm going to try to convince her that she has to dismiss a case against one of my clients, who's a real client.
Nice, Angel. Let's do it because Bella loves power, especially the power of the state behind her. So Bella, take us in.
All right. Hello, this is Bella.
Hello, Bella. This Angel Frau. I have a client who's 41 years old. It's her first arrest. She works in a hospital. Now, I know that the gun was found in the car that she was in, but she's only a passenger in the car. The car's her cousin's car. Now, more importantly, Bella, the gun is in a container far away from my client inside another container. Now, when the police took her, they asked her, well, do you know about the gun? And she says, no, I didn't know about the gun. But more importantly, Bella, you have to dismiss this case because they asked her for her DNA. And she gave her DNA, okay? And what do you think the DNA came back? It came back not her DNA. So, Bella, we could do one of two things. You could either dismiss this case now, or we go to trial, you'll lose, embarrass yourself, and then later on, she'll have a nice multi-million-dollar lawsuit. So what do you say, Bella?
Love Angel. Well, based on the fact that the DNA don't match, I think it's pretty clear here that the only decision is to dismiss.
Thank you, Bella.
You're very
Angel,
welcome.
let's hear it. So in all the real Raws, have you ever heard me that excited about
I
what
have
somebody did?
not. You must have been very impressed.
I was, Angel. That was awesome, dude. I love it. Like Zeus energy all over the place, standing for truth, like stepping into it, like all of it. So Angel, fantastic job, brother. And he had 2 minutes left on the clock. This dude is like a record setter. At 3,000 people appeared in the show. Angel has easily put himself in the top 10. Awesome job, Angel. Let's hear it for Angel. How did that feel for you, Angel?
It felt good. I mean, it's a prelude as to what I've already discussed this with the DA. The DA is not that, so we have to go up the chain of command to get this dismissal. It's going to happen, but I feel bad for my client who's being just roped around. And it has to do with immunity in the state of New York. The DA's office is not held accountable in the state of New York. So they have a right, they can, rope her into this stuff. And it's bad. It feels bad.
Yeah, Angel, brother, that is extraordinary. What worse? Well, a couple of things, but not many things could happen worse to a person than being falsely accused and having their freedom at stake for being falsely accused. And fun fact, I had the opportunity to work with the Innocence Project, and I was not the lead counsel. I consulted on the case, so I was involved. I also contributed in some other ways, but there was an exoneration we had for somebody who was in prison falsely for 22 years for a murder they didn't commit. And so the work that you're doing is important, critical, and your energy is fantastic, Angel. And the folks of the Bronx are very fortunate to have you there.
Thank you. And I'm happy to be there.
Yeah, awesome. It is clear. So Bella, who's up now? Christian.
Christian's up now.
Who would you like?
Hello. Okay,
Christian?
Bella, I'm gonna switch up a little bit. You are a 35-year-old soprano of international fame. In other words, you are a diva. A diva.
Wow, that's a role I can play pretty easy.
And you're appearing for 2 days only, 2 performances only of Tornado at the Metropolitan in Manhattan at Lincoln Center. And I'm about to interview you. How's that?
Ooh, I like this. Okay.
All right, Bella. How do you account for the popularity of opera versus the popularity of pop music? Is it because the audience for pop music is less sophisticated than the audience for opera, or is there some other reason?
I think when it comes to pop music, it just has energy, right? I don't opera music is beautiful. It's heart-centered. It makes you, feel warm and fuzzy, but pop music kind of is energizing, infuses energy, infuses excitement. So I think people are attracted to that energy a bit more.
How about the language problem? Most of the operas were written some time ago when they were written in Italian or German, very few, of course, in English. You think that has a fact? Is that a factor in diminishing the popularity of the opera?
I definitely believe that would be a factor, yes.
All right. Is there anything that you can do, since you're the world famous soprano, you're the diva for the world, is there anything that you can do, you think, because of your young age, to increase the popularity of classical music, opera music among younger people?
Christian, I think what is important to consider here is, there over time, different genre of music have blended. Like we've got like, country and rock, right? So I think it's time, as opera performers, that we start integrating other types of music to bring more attention to the opera. So maybe it's mixing pop and opera to be able to, draw more attention and more popularity to opera. Because I think there could be a perfect combination between, the heart opening of opera and the energy and the energetic infusion of pop. And if maybe we start to kind of marry those two, I think it would really start to bring more attention to the opera music.
That's a great answer. Thank you for that. I have one more question. You have been called the most amazing voice on the planet. You have more than a 4.5 octave range. How do you feel about pop singers who use sound laboratories to enhance their voice?
I think that is a tricky question. Obviously, it helps sell albums, but then when you get into a concert, then it definitely, I think it also detracts from the integrity of the music.
That's a great answer also. Thank you very much. You're a great diva, and I understand why you're so popular worldwide. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job. Bella, wow, you played an older person so well. You played a 35-year-old. What a great job. How did it feel to play a much older character?
Well, I sometimes pretend to be you all the time, so it's not really that.
So amazing job, Christian. Appreciate that. Let's go to the judges, though. What do you think, wise lady?
I think we should go to the judges.
Yes. So
maybe Gina could call on the judges because I'm not sure even who the judges are.
Come on, Bill. All right. So let's start with Laura. The blind guy's keeping track. So Laura, what did you have to say for Angel? It's 30 seconds of feedback, 15 seconds what worked, 15 seconds on what could be optimized, then a score on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like you'd have to tackle Angel before you let him out of your space, right? That's what it would be. So what do you got for Angel?
I'm sorry, I missed Angel's presentation, but I saw Bella's, which I thought was really great. I don't know if I could comment on that one.
Sure. Amazing.
So,
I'd love to hear what you think of Bella.
I thought her response to the question, right? Like, is there a difference between like the sophistication of the listeners? And that could be like, if it was a real interview, you could have ended up being put, on canceled and like, talking about how pop listeners are unsophisticated, but your response kind of saying, it's more about the outreach and not sophistication. I thought that was really great to avoid or criticize anyone on their preferences of music.
Amazing. Patricia, would you like to give some feedback to Angel in that round? Okay, so I'm going to give feedback to Angel. His direct Zeus energy was absolutely incredible. He just stepped into truth. He was completely congruent. The alignment of his vocal qualities, his words, his energy transference was fantastic. He was clear, direct, like created a certain frame. Context matters. There was such a powerful context set. I would go with Angel in that round, a solid 9.9. Great job, Angel. Yeah, excellent. So, and remember, there's more nines. Like you could be a 9.999. But that's a rare. So great job, Angel. So let's go back to Laura, though. Laura, what did you have for Christian?
Yeah, I thought it was really great, and I thought that your response and how we can get the opera music out to bigger communities. It's just like having a mixture of pop, so you can include all the pop listeners already. And yeah, it was a great response for someone who I don't believe is an opera singer. And yeah, 10 out of 10.
Woo!
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Look at this, like make it magic happen. So Eileen How about yourself? What'd you have for Angel, please?
All right. Well, I came to this show very late without a lot of preparation. So I'm just going to go with what I saw in front of me. I don't have a rubric, but I thought Angel did a fine job. I think he railroaded Bella a little in that, and I think she rolled over too easily with the argument that with regards to dismissing the case. I think you could have given him a much harder time. And Angel, you really didn't mention the fact that there was no consent to obtain the DNA. So I think you did such a good job that Bella really didn't argue back on that one. So I would give you 9 out of 10 for that one.
Ooh, Eileen
Bella
dropped
really
in.
shone when it came to the second scenario. I thought that Christian sounded sophisticated. He came across as learned without being elitist about opera music, and your response was every bit up to the level that he was speaking on. And in fact, you probably made it more accessible than Christian even was making opera music. So you sounded relaxed in your response. You sounded like you really knew what you were talking about, but you also sounded like you were pulling this whole thing right smack bang into the 21st century. So I would absolutely give you a 10 for your response on the opera issue. I would give Christian an 8.
So listen, Eileen could tell a story and could do some communicating. Those Irish people, I think, have some like sort of genetic coding advantages coming back in the day. Like there's something going on there. So Eileen, amazing job. And our final judge, wonderful. Our final judge is John. So John, what did you have for Angel?
I'm sorry, I came in as a participant, so I wasn't paying attention. I was preparing for my own presentation. Somebody must have misinformed you.
Okay, so actually then let's go with this. Did you have anything for either of these amazing participants?
Yes.
Okay, so what would your feedback be for Christian and for Angel?
For Angel, I like the way he presented his proposal to the DA. He was very direct, and he, within a short period of time, included all the ingredients that will make it something that the DA would not refuse to comply with his request. So based upon that, I give Angel 9, like everybody else have done.
Nice.
With regard to Christian, I see where he was going. He was trying to make opera music popular again, and he did well by approaching the right person, which is the diva and the one that sings, that is well known. Who else will people listen to but somebody like that? So for the role, both for the role that the diva played and the role that Christian played, I'll give both of them 9 as well.
Nice. So excellent. Yeah, let's hear it. So John, are you calling Bella Verita a diva?
Yes.
Yes.
International. Okay. International, not just
international. Yeah, she's a level 9.99999.
Or rather, a global diva.
I'm international, and you're not yet international yet, so you got some catching up to do.
That is very true. I do. So let's do this. John.
Yes.
Since you and let's please have you back as a participant. That's above my pay grade. That's like Gina Ricci, blame her for that, or somebody else, or somebody. So, but John, would you actually, let me ask you first, because Bella is the boss. Like I work for Bella and Gina and all these people. So Bella, would you like to have some more fun?
I would love to have some more fun. And you know what I think is the most fun? Since you stress all these participants out and make sure Gina gets it right every time and all of this. So I think a really good payback is to put you in the hot seat.
Me?
Yeah, see?
So she makes me do this all the time. I've been President Trump, President Biden. I've been lots of stuff. The only rule is it's integrous. Bella, what are some of your favorites? Because John, we're going to give you the opportunity to put me on the hot seat, just like Christian, just like Angel. To have to go from hello to yes. That's what I have to do. So Bella, what are a couple other examples?
So yeah, he's had to be President Trump that had to convince President Biden to still build the wall. he's had to convince a very conservative New Jersey attorney on going to Burning Man. He once had to convince yours truly to move from sunny Florida to like this hot mess out here that we have going on.
You do see where her butt is right now, but go ahead.
I don't live here though. I'm just visiting. And to this fine state of
That's
New
what she
Jersey.
calls it?
Yes. So you have the opportunity to set up any scenario that you would like for Sean to go from hello to yes on. There was a really difficult one the other day. I always forget like that was the other day, but anyway.
Yeah, we also had to go through the vaccine conversation.
Yep.
So John, would you like to put me on the hot seat and set up this scenario, or would you like to pass the duchy as Bella did to Melissa Etheridge to the right-hand side, actually to her left-hand side, and have somebody else set the scenario? So John, you want to set it or pass it to somebody else?
I would like to set a scenario, but
yes, sir.
But it wouldn't be the same thing that Bella just suggested. My scenario is that you'll be the first immigrant that came to United States, and you have sisters, younger sisters that have had children, and you have 2 nephews and 3 nieces, and since you've been in US, you've been here by yourself for so many years, and you keep talking to your siblings that you're gonna help them to come over to join you so that you have family in United States. On the other hand, recently you had, when I say recently, about a year ago or so, you went to your home country outside the United States, you got married, and then you spent some time with your wife, your new wife, got her pregnant, and then you're expecting a child. However, that child, that baby you're expecting.
Specific, John. Is this like something maybe you've ever seen before?
Well, it's something that I've run into. So I'm trying to pose the question to you to see how you're going to handle it. So your beautiful wife with expecting in the next 7 months is outside the country. There's some unrest over there. And then your sisters that you've been promising, this is the time, you've made a lot of money, you'll be able to bring in your wife with the baby, and it's quicker and easier. But then you also, if you start the process of bringing in your sister and your nephews and your nieces, it will take a while, but this is the right time to start it because there's a new administration in place who are about to increase the visa numbers, the immigrant visa numbers. So I'm asking you, would you bring in your wife, and or would you bring in your 3 sisters? What happens is that, your 2 sisters, what happens is when you bring them in, their children will immigrate with them as what we call derivative beneficiaries. Whereas if you bring in your wife will come by herself and probably with the baby. It will take about 12 months for them to come in. For your sisters, it will take about more than 2 years. So, and the earlier you start, the better.
Yeah. So would it be okay in this scenario, John, if I called myself John?
Yes.
Could that be my name?
You can call yourself Joe.
Joe. Okay. Yes. No, but not John.
Not John. John is your lawyer. John is going to be the one representing you.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm Joe. And but here's the thing. Who am I talking to get a yes? Do I need to convince my sisters that this is the way to go? Do I need, like, who am I going from hello to yes with? Who am I obtaining the yes from?
That would be your sisters.
Got it. Okay.
You let them know why they should wait for you to get your wife and your baby.
Bella, can you handle the camera?
I can be your camera crew.
Thank you. Okay. So John, who would you like to be my sister? Would you like to be my sister or somebody else?
Me?
Yeah. Who would you like to be my sister? Would you like to play my sister, or would you like somebody else on the show to play my sister?
Somebody else on the show should play your sister.
Okay, so you want to? How about Eileen? Eileen, would you want to be my sister?
I will be your sister.
Amazing. All right. So
now, one of the sisters. You know, you have 2 sisters.
Yeah, but I mean, we're like John.
We're united.
Okay.
I'm making the decision for both of us.
Yes,
Okay.
she's going to be talking for everybody. This is the most elaborate scenario that we've ever had, John. Congratulations. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Amazing. All right. So,
I'll be the one representing either one. Whoever you choose, I'll be the one representing them.
perfect. Thank you. All right. So, Eileen, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm also desperate to get to the US. You know how difficult it's been here. You know what we promised our parents. And I hope you're calling today to say that finally we're going to be on our way, Sean.
Yeah, no, I know that and I appreciate that. And how are Emma, Courtney, and Selena doing? How is everything going?
They're all doing okay. They're a little insecure. As you know, it's really, really hard for us to feed them here, to clothe them. We're doing okay. We are really looking forward to the day that we can all do much better in America.
As I am as well. And I am calling to have a hard conversation. And I just want to, I'm requesting that in this, that we hear this out just a little bit and just maintain an open mind for a couple of minutes and we'll have a lengthier conversation. Is that okay, Eileen?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Eileen, I love you. I love my nieces. I love my sister, Randy. I love her amazing children, Madison and Finn. And these are just extraordinary. I love you. I miss you. I love you. And I want to make things better. And I know right now there's unrest. I know there's a feeling of a lack of safety. And I'm sorry that this is all happening. But as you know, also, you know, so I feel like this is nobody's fault or responsibility. I feel like I am in this impossible situation where my heart is breaking in all the different directions. And there's only a limited way to go right now with the resources we have, the timing. And I've been talking to Mary, and Mary, the baby's on the way. And there's going to be a mechanism and process, I believe, that's going to, if we have Mary come here, the baby is born here, it's going to facilitate things much more easily on that end. And then if we just wait a little bit longer, we're going to be able to have yourself, Eileen, Randy, Courtney, Emma, Selena, Finn, Madison, all come here. And first of all, I can't even imagine your disappointment. I'm sorry. I just hope you can hold space and understand how much I care and love you and the incredibly difficult position that I'm in right now. What's present for you?
Sean, there are 8 of us and there's just one of her, and she is in a much better position than we are, and she will eventually get to the US. You have this opportunity now to take all of us. And again, as I said earlier, you did promise our parents that you would take your family out. She's not your family, the baby is, but the baby is perfectly safe and will be for the next 7 months. And we will all work with you when we get to the US to make sure Mary and the baby are safely brought there. You will have then 9 people advocating for Mary and the baby. Right now, we're all advocating and it's just you.
So Eileen, I hear that, I feel that completely. And there's nothing that I'm trying to make wrong about what you're saying, because preserving our love, our family, our relationship, and honoring our parents matters to me at such an enormous level. And at the same time, you know, when Mary and I got married, we became family, you know, and in the same promises we made to our parents, I also made to God to take care of Mary and our baby to be. And so right now, on a spiritual level, on a familial level, this is never about loving somebody more or doing anything. I don't feel like I have a choice, but I get it, I do. So I'm not removing responsibility from the decision. I'm asking you to understand that your disappointment and your frustration, that I think the decision I'm making isn't unreasonable, it's not outrageous, even if it's one you don't want me to make? Is there any space that you can hold for this?
Yes, Sean, I know you've done extremely well in the United States. Everybody talks about it at home. And we have 6 children who all want to have a better life in the US as well. Is it possible that when we do get there, that you might start an educational fund for them?
I'd be thrilled, Eileen, not only start an educational fund, but I'd be thrilled to have you guys live in my home, for a year to get everybody settled and on your feet. I love you, and I appreciate you enormously, and you have my word that as fast as we can execute on this entire process, I will. And thank you. I feel the understanding, and I will make sure that everybody, myself, Randy, all the children, are not only settled, but foundationally feel amazing. And I will be here forever to make sure everything goes well, because that's why I've worked this hard to make this happen. And I love you, and I thank you for your
I
understanding.
trust you. The answer is yes.
Thank you. At a roll, let's hear it for Eileen. Great job.
Wow.
So Eileen, how did that feel for you?
Wow. Terrific. Yeah, I was feeling everything that John had been saying. I was feeling the trap. I was feeling how much we wanted to be there. And I eventually realized we had to step aside. Good job, you, Sean.
Thank you. And John, how
Yes,
did I do as the gentleman in that spot?
You didn't only show that you're a master, you're a global master. Master of persuasion. God knows the way you came in and disarmed your sister and laid it down. Before she knew what hit her, she was saying yes. Now, I wish this is a real situation that you get to talk to people who are going through this dilemma that I'm representing currently. Also, I can't even imagine the names. You invented all the names, not only the name of your sister, the name of your wife, the name of your nephews and nieces. You are so creative. Of course, if you want me to grade you, I'm not in a position to grade Sean Connery, but it's 10 plus plus if there's anything above 10.
Oh my God, let's hear it for John.
Good gracious. And also, if you want me to comment about Eileen,
yeah,
I think her training as a lawyer came through too, because she gave you a heavy counter punch. She played the family game on you, distinguishing your wife as not being family, but the expecting baby, the baby that is being expected as a family, and then try to dissuade you from bringing your wife and your baby, and gave you all the counter punches that would disarm you to make you bring in your sister and your nieces and your nephews. And then you came back and hit her at the wrong spot, and she had nothing to do but to yield. To her too, I will give 10 out of 10.
Woo!
I wish I would have both of you on my side when I need this kind of help.
Thank you. And listen, brother, and everybody, Bella, team, this was an extraordinary group of people today. Yeah. With the power of influence. I mean, the scores that Angel and Christian put on the board, the job that you did and Eileen did in the role play and Angel's, and Laura's support overall. So I know we're running a little tight on time here, John. Just quickly, how was your experience today on the Real Raw? Fantastic job.
Today, I was nervous coming in. I didn't know what to expect. And then, of course, I had the first surprise when I was told to be a judge while I had prepared to be a participant. But hey, it was very, very challenging and very, very fulfilling at the same time. I learned a lot, and I hope I will take it with me to apply it in real life.
Eileen, wonderful job.
We're struggling to hear you, Sean.
Yeah, audio
is like fully present. I'm sorry. Your superpower of influence is so fully present, Eileen. Nicole, take me my phone, please. Yeah. So hang on one sec, team. 1 sec. Can you hear me, Eileen?
Yes, I can hear you now, Sean.
Yeah, sorry, we're gonna switch phones in a sec. So fantastic job. I said your superpower of influence is fully present. Outstanding job. Like
Thank you.
present to your congruence, your creativity, your spontaneity. How was your time with us on the Real Raw today?
This was really interesting, very unusual, completely different. No idea what to expect. I will seek out your show now and watch it because it was really interesting. It all had a real kind of improvisational feel to it, and yet it was it flowed and it was entertaining. So I enjoyed being part of it, and thanks for having me.
Thank you. And let's hear for Ellie. Let's go to Laura. Laura, great job. Thank you so much for being here. How was your time with us on the Real Raw, Laura?
Hey, Sean, I think Laura had a hard stop at 4, so she already hopped up.
Thank you, Vincent. Awesome. So let's go to the amazing participants, Bill of Rita. First, Angel, rocking it, telling the prosecutor, drop this thing or multi-million-dollar lawsuits coming your way. How was your time in the Real Raw, Angel?
I enjoyed it, and I learned quite a bit. Like I tell my junior attorneys, you know, you can always learn, and I learned from everyone today. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for being here, Angel. Great job. An awesome score. You put a 10 on the board, brother. Christian, 10's on the board for you as well. These are very rare scores. How was your time with us, Christian, on the Real Raw?
It was very educational and very entertaining, and I aspire to be you, Sean, one day.
Christian, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it enormously.
By the way, Bella did a fantastic job. She was really great. She was a great
Thank you very
leader.
much, Christian. My pleasure.
Yeah. I aspire to be Bella. So thank you, Christian, for sure. Yeah. And so let's go, Bella. Final.
Final is there's never not an adventure in the traveling circus of Unblinded and Sean Callagy. First time ever, Real Raw, all with a live studio audience in a moving van headed to Connecticut. So that's always a good time. And, you know, what I appreciated about the role play that you did is you always speak into the heart of your listener. And you spoke into, and that I think that's really truly what integrity-based human influence is all about. And so the team put a link, a document link in the chat. Make sure you download that because there is a formula from going from hello to yes with heart, with integrity to have people say yes, that is in service of them. So you definitely want to download that guide. You definitely want to have a conversation with someone on our team to open up the possibilities for yourself because, you know, Tony Robbins said there's no one that leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy, and there is a formula. So thank you all for being here, and it's an honor and a privilege to be with you today.
Thank you. Great job, Bella. Listen, all of you, I know Laura had a balance, but Eileen, John, Christian, Angel, fantastic job. For all of us, our money, time, and magic is there. And influence is a superpower, but it doesn't just end there. It's knowing what to do with it and getting ourselves to actually use it. All of those things are fully present for all of us. And we have an extraordinary event coming up. We'll hear more about it from some of our team. It is iconic, transcendent. The opening of the Helen Keller time capsule, battling the 70% unemployment rate for the blind, having the remarkable, incredible, unbelievable Brian Adams, Summer 69, New York, New Jersey, and other NFL Hall of Famers and others, the event of events, red carpet, extra filming, the whole thing. We'll hear more about it. Love you guys. Appreciate you being here. And everything truly in our money, time, and magic is there, right there in front of us. The challenge is, though, we're all blind
and just learning to see.
That was really nice.
By the way, John Kelly. Here for John Kelly.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Yeah.
Bye.